What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today, I want to talk about Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit are really struggling. And I'm not here to kick them when they're down. I mean, kind of, but not really. But I want to talk about this because so many men need to understand how quick your success can turn into your failure. And I've seen a lot of guys who thought when they were the stuff, they were too good for school, they knew everything. Then now all of a sudden, they're out here dusting it up. Now they out here begging. And 2 years ago, Fresh and Fit were on top of the world. Okay, they had overcome that particular beef with Alvin Preach. They were doing everything. They got back, and hey, they were even proving O'Shea wrong because I thought they was gonna fall off then. Nope. And then I had all these people talking about, look, O'Shea, look at you now. You look stupid. Fresh and Fit to the top. Okay, cool. You're right. Fresh and Fit to the top. But after not being demonetized and going to Rumble and pretty much on X all day, arguing with Israelites and black women, these guys are destroyed. They're done. Okay. And I want to talk about this thing here. Mr. Patrick Bet David, he's a businessman, podcaster in his own right, has a platform called Valuetainment. He says this: who would you like to see on the podcast next? All right. This is from Oakland Park, Florida. And then you see Myron Gaines. He says, Myron Gaines and Nick Fuentes to discuss Israel. We want Unplugged, and in his other page, we want Unplugged FitX and Nick J. Fuentes. Now, y'all know who Nick Fuentes is. He's also banned off of every other platform. But it's interesting because just 2 years ago, Valuetainment actually did some work with Fresh and Fit. How did that work out?
Where are some of the philosophies you guys got where you lose people? Not maybe you lose people, but you get some people triggered.
Our stance on cheating, what that really means, what loyalty is, what trust is. Yeah. You want to go into detail about that?
Yeah, I mean, so a big reason why people get triggered is that we have a lot of, as you guys know, we do a podcast. We have a daytime podcast that we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we do our nighttime show with the girls. And since it's longer form content, our podcast goes easily between from 2 all the way to 5 hours sometimes. And, you know, we have discussions with women, you know, a lot of girls from all different types of walks in life. We're talking, you know, everywhere from like educated women to OnlyFans girls to strippers to models, whatever it may be, attractive girls to not so attractive girls, girls in all different types of demographics. And people take clips from these conversations and, you know, they take obviously something that's like crazy of that I say, you know, put it as a clip and then put it out there. And if you put it out there, it might look wild, right? So then people, oh my God, you guys are misogynists, whatever. But if you saw the entire context of the conversation, what led to that, you know, portion of or that clip, you'll see, okay, now that makes sense. So a lot of people clip our stuff in general.
Or like for
virality.
Sometimes you'll kick a girl out.
Yes, that's
and like obviously people want to focus on the fact that, all right, get the hell out.
Yep.
But what were the 5 minutes before that? You've asked them repeatedly, hey, stop disrespecting the podcast. Yeah. Stop doing side chatter. I've been there. I've been on the podcast. I've seen what's going on.
Well, let me.
So as you can see here in this clip, they're asking him, so like, why do you guys kick ladies out of your studio? Like, why do you do that? Like, we understand that you know, it's getting you some views, but we want to get the understanding, why do you guys do that? It doesn't make sense to us why you do that. And you know what? They're absolutely right. It doesn't make sense. Now, Patrick David Bet, he's still having his conversations. He's still making a ton of money. His platforms are growing. But look at who is demonetized and doesn't understand why he's not making money on the platform. And who does he suggest? Nick Fuentes. Okay, Nick Fuentes, and who else? Myron. Now, one of Patrick Bet David's co-hosts is a Jewish guy. There is no way they're going to bring on Nick Fuentes and Myron, both guys who've already assassinated their own earning potential onto their podcast. Because if they would screw it up for themselves, they would mess it up for them. So Patrick Bet David don't need anything to do or want anything to do with Fresh and Fit, because why? There's nothing there anymore. They don't have any use for them anymore. It's over. They fell off. You mean your buddies on the right don't want to help you? And see, that's what you get. See, when people don't need you anymore, now you're begging, please put us on your podcast. Oh, because he knows how to keep professional conversations going, and he's not out there. I'm talking about Patrick Bet David. He's not offending black women or black people or whoever else, gays or whatever else. He's not fumbling the bag. Now his platform is still up. Now you want to come on his podcast because your podcast can't get the bag anymore. You guys destroyed all your collaborations, all of your opportunities. You lost millions. Now you're begging to get back on a big podcast. And this is why won't nobody touch Fresh and Fit. Notice that? Nobody big touches Brittany Renner. Notice that? Not one person. And that's what happens when you feel like you're just too big. A lot of YouTubers, man, are so silly. They think that their stuff don't stink, man. Trust me, I've been in the game for so long. I've seen people come and go. You have people who actually believe they're superstars in this. People actually believe they're the truth in this, bro. I have seen it. I have seen it. I have seen it. And they get in front of the camera. They get some followers. They get beside themselves, think that they're invincible, think that they can say whatever they want, and then quickly find out that, oops, no, you can't just go around saying whatever you want. It doesn't work like that. Nah, you can't really do that. Okay? Then you get beside yourself. People tried to warn you, hey, bro, you're going to get banned. Now all your friends are those people who have been banned. Nick Fuentes, his friend, banned. Just Purdy things, they don't really hang out, but banned. Sneeko, banned. Andrew Tate, banned. You haven't learned right now that, you are who you hang around, bro? And again, guys need to hear this, man. When you're doing bad, imagine Tommy and Myron. They can sit around and criticize the black community all day, but I bet you Tommy and Myron can't get together and build anything because they're friends based on misery. And see, when you're doing good, and Fresh and Fit allowed themselves to be around miserable people who could not help them and probably wanted them to fail, and they didn't see it. Because again, they thought that people actually like them, and people don't really like them like that. That's the situation. Then when you find out that people don't like you and they want you to go down to where you're at, then guess what? Or they can no longer use you no more. Guess what? You don't have the money, you don't have the fame, you don't have any of those things. Those guys are gone. Gone. You can get mad about it if you want, but they are out. And guess whose fault it is? It's your fault. It's your fault. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.